Raise your right hand, please. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth in the testimony you will give, so help you God?
I do. Hey, yo, what's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Rozelle, and I'm here with my boy
Roman Christopher.
I'm also here with my boy.
Yiko.
And you already know what it is, yo. This is 860's Blunt Truth, where we tell nothing but the truth, the whole truth, and only the truth. Let's get it. Yo, mama, that going, papa, that wrong. That nigga right there was a deadbeat. That shit right there made me headstrong. Big girl brother be bugging. He come with a bunch of drama.
Welcome back to A60's Blunt Truth. I'm your moderator / instigator, Roman Christopher. And that's Yiko with the merch and Rozelle with the truth serum. I think I pointed
What
that
up, y'all? What up, y'all? How y'all doing?
What's going on, yo? What it do? What it do?
Chilling. What's good with y'all?
Yeah, same old different day. You know how it goes.
We out here living, man. Just trying to make, saying, ends meet and, make it through another day, man. That's all I'm trying to do.
Thanks. As the viewers can see, we got a new setup. You know what I'm saying? And better and better for y'all. We're trying to make a better show as we move forward. Always get better and better.
Big facts, big facts. No big headphones, no mic stands in the grills.
That's right.
Coming at you. You know what I'm saying? Give you all those little pictures of who we is so you can see us clearly. Know what's going on. Know spitting the truth. Know where it's coming from.
Big facts.
That's right. We wireless, not tireless.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Ooh,
Hey,
he's
appreciate that.
rapping, ladies and gentlemen.
Nah, listen, I just hang around these guys a little too much. That's all it is. It's residual.
It ain't talent. You must be Rozelle today.
Oh shit! Give me like, I would love to be.
You cannot. No, you cannot.
I could be.
That'd be a crazy switch up right there. Switch up Saturday. That'd be a crazy switch up.
Yeah, okay. No question. No question. Me, I too. You want to drive for the day?
No, hell no, I don't. I know because I know you can't do it.
He got a topic specifically for you.
Yeah, right? You trying to get me to take over your topic for you? Nah, I want to hear from you.
That's facts.
All right.
Glad you guys know, those that watch the show, subscribe to us, all 50-something of y'all, which we should have more by now, haters, but you know.
We should have more by now, yo.
Hell yeah.
Like real rap, yo.
Yeah, actually, before we get into that, yo, we had one episode that we actually gave a proposition where if we get 50 viewers and the 50th person sent us their instant message with the fire emojis and their screenshot, and we was gonna send them some money.
We did.
53, but nobody sent in anything. So
nobody did it. You know why? Because they watch it, but they really ain't really listening.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to show a little more support for your local boys, guys. A little more support for your locals.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, it's just gonna take time, bro. Honestly, I think they need to catch a train, and when they do, they're gonna come along for the ride.
Well, no, it's gonna take some time, but I mean, goddamn, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. You know what I'm saying?
Really not hard.
It's how it moves. It's a chain.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying?
It's 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Crazy.
It takes a little bit more than that to spread the word, but if you spread the word, like, yo, listen, I fuck with these guys, yo, they local, they be spitting the truth, they funny, they serious, they're very informative. I mean, come on.
Yeah, and you know what, yo, it's A60's Blunt Truth. We keep it real here. Like we give our opinion and we talk about life shit, we talk about politics, we talk about religion, we talk about everything here. We open for everybody to have an opinion here, whether good or bad, indifferent or otherwise. So I don't understand why y'all not in the comment sections. You're not liking and sharing. You're like, we like the content, but we're not seeing the numbers. So it ain't right there.
Yeah, that's how it goes, man. I guess that's just the real world. That's just how it works. But yeah, so we're gonna get the show going. We always started off with Yiko with Truth Hurts. Then we go into Truth Be Told with Rozelle, and then I cap it off with Truth Is, which we got some good topics today for you guys, as always. But today we got some real different ones for you. And then we got a joke of the day for you guys. I will try to find a truth shall set you free for y'all as well, but I don't know if I'll be able to do so today. So we might have to skip that segment one time. So we're gonna get into it. Truth hurts with Yaiko. What you got for us, bro?
Yes, sir. So apparently earlier this morning, this evening, whatever time zone you're in, a bill was passed by Trump. It's supposed to be helping out taxpayers and people of Medicaid, Medicare. And I just wanted to catch your opinion on how y'all felt about this bill being passed and the goods that it's supposed to be doing for the community as far as again, going to be helping reduce taxes for American population. Now they're stating that it's going to be primarily for people in places like high population cities like New York, California, so on and so forth. I understand. They're talking about people on Medicaid. I want to make sure I'm getting this right. People on Medicaid will be having tax breaks and certain deductions that they can kind of look forward to. And then we're talking about people on Social Security here, people that are Medicaid. So people that are Medicare will have to start going to work as of December rather than waiting until 2029. That bill is pushed now. So I'm just curious, like, what y'all think. If y'all see anything wrong with this
Yeah,
bill?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Bro, I'm looking over here. I want to give you where's my I pulled it out today. But I don't see it. Yo. My
Technical difficulties?
yeah, my sister's about to die. I pulled it out and he said, "Do you have yours today?" I said, "Yeah." No, I don't see it nowhere, bro.
Oh, your
Charger.
that's it right there.
This is not it. Oh yeah, wait, hold on.
Yeah, looks about right.
Oh shit, yo. I didn't know it was all loose like that. Okay. Looking
All
for it.
right.
I didn't hear something, bro.
No,
I'm
no,
sorry.
straight.
I'm
That's
sorry,
just
bro.
averted. That's all I care about. Listen.
I ain't want to cut off, you know what I'm saying? That we're firing to it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Right.
We're firing to
That's
it.
a reasonable panic.
Like, like,
Yeah.
and the computer's like, yo, you're low, you're low. So I pulled it out, but we never plugged it in.
Heard. That's what she said.
they cause.
That's why I was able to walk away.
That's why I said that's what she said.
No mistakes.
This is a great indication of what we bring to the table, man. It's all real. Ain't nothing crazy over here. Like we keep it 100.
That's right.
We gotta stop the show. We're gonna stop the show. Y'all gonna hear what we gotta say.
We're people like you. We ain't perfect. We're not gonna sit here cut.
My
It
shit
ain't make
was blipping off, nigga. And
We're not like the fake news.
no fake news.
Don't just tell one side of the story.
All right. So sorry about that, yo. I truly do apologize.
It's all good. Did you get the question or did you want me to repeat?
Oh, you wanna keep rolling? I think you want to start over.
You want to start over? We can start over. We'll just keep it real. I mean, we already started the show.
You just started. You want all that in between the show?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want it in the show.
Okay. No.
No,
We'll just 3, 2, 1
Just
from
edit
here.
it. Just edit it. Just go right off.
So reintroduce.
Yeah, we introduced.
Yeah.
Yeah. My bad, y'all.
Welcome back to A60 Truth. I am your moderator.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Some good shit. Shit is good though. I'm not gonna lie.
That's short. That's a short. Just so you know.
Plus, I had a gummy, so.
That's a short all day. That's the short.
All right.
Welcome back to A60 Truth. I'm your moderator / instigator, Roman Christopher, and these are my co-hosts, Jacob with the merch, Razel with the truth sandwich. We don't have today.
What it do?
Everybody, how y'all doing today?
Bro. Another day, another.
Why are you not getting picked up on my screen, Brody?
Huh?
You're not getting picked up on my screen, bro. Every time you talk, it doesn't jump to you. We might have to start.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
It's jumping to you, Razel, and me, but not you.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah.
Okay. I think yo, you know what's crazy? I just realized
Wrong way.
I tapped the button and it pauses it.
Oh shit.
When it's blinking, it's paused.
Okay.
Word? Okay.
When you tap it, it's back on.
Oh,
Okay.
shit.
So you have to reintroduce yourself.
So now that I hit myself,
That's
all right.
crazy. I'm glad that mistake helped me learn that though.
Yeah, facts. I'm glad I was actually paying attention. Jesus Christ.
Man, that's
bro.
good
I
shit.
guess I'm not high.
Would have had a whole
Yes.
show. They wouldn't have heard nothing I said.
I'm very
Exactly.
upset. I'm not high yet.
Oh, I like it now. I think the speak up here.
Yo. All right, we on now. Man, that's dope. I didn't know that shit works like that.
Yo,
Nah,
y'all gotta keep up with this city trial too, yo. There's a lot of shit coming out. I think we could get a lot of like maybe 3 or 4 episodes out of this shit.
Yo.
That might be the diversion.
Oh, it's definitely a diversion. And I want to talk about why they only bringing up black people's names throughout the entire trial. And they ain't mentioned not a single white person like Clive Barker. They ain't mentioned
All right, hold on.
nobody.
Let's get through the show. Then we'll talk about it.
All right, my bad.
How you get?
I'm hyped about it. Like, come on, man. You're not mentioning no politicians. You're not mentioning no fucking clergymen.
I can actually go live right here too. But nah, we'll do it though. All right. One more again. It's the official one. I'm gonna do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just so. All right. Welcome back to A60's Blunt Truth. I'm your moderator / instigator, Roman Christopher. And we got the co-hosts in the building, Yaiko with the merch and Rozelle with the truth serum. What's good?
What up, y'all? How y'all doing today? And welcome to the Blunt Truth.
What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy Rozelle. You know what it is.
Yes, sir. And as you guys always know, we start the show off with Truth Hurts with Yaiko. Then we go into Truth Be Told with Rozelle. And then Truth Is with your boy Roman, which is me. And then we're gonna have a joke of the day today for y'all. I know we haven't done a riddle of the day for a long time, but today we got a joke of the day, and it's a good one. So we're gonna get into that.
And before we get into all that, before we do all that, just notice that we got a new format for y'all. You know what I'm saying? No big headphones, no mic stands. We're coming at you individually, so everybody can see what's going on and see what we're doing.
Big facts. We just trying to get better and better for the viewers all
That's right.
day.
Keep it up with the game. So.
Yes, sir. And look forward to it getting even better than this. So we're gonna be in there.
That's right.
True that.
So yeah, we're gonna start the show off with you, Yaiko. What you got for us? Truth Hurts.
Yes, so I was getting a little information on this today. It was a little tidbit that I picked up here. We all know Trump's been trying to pass a law, more of a bill, not a law, a bill, for his American taxpayers. And this bill got passed early in the morning. You know, while the rest of us Americans were asleep in bed or whatever. I heard about it at 6 in the morning, give or take. So that bill was passed at like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. So essentially, what the bill, what they said it is, what it's supposed to implicate is this: is giving a tax break to American taxpayers, Medicaid people who are unmedicated, will get tax exemptions and won't have to worry about paying for any medical bills or anything like that. However, people on Medicare, it'll be more of the opposite. They're actually going to be forced to go to work by December rather than by 2029. You know, they're pushing the bill's already been passed. It's been voted on. Like it's going to be in play. You know, another one of the main points before I forget, 'cause I do apologize. I've been smoking for a little bit now. Let's see. They're going to actually make it so that they won't be taxing your overtime. All right, so get that. For all you guys out there who have been doing, you know, 16 plus hours overtime and seeing Uncle Sam take 3/4 of that pay, that's done. All that money goes in your pocket, all of it. So there's an upside to wanting to go to work. So I leave it to Rozelle first. I want to hear his opinion. I'm sure he's going to find a way to smother the shit out of this flame. So with that said, take it off, brother.
I mean, what can I say? It's a it's a it's a way to keep Americans at bay while they fuck us. It's kind of like an anal ease on us. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. Well,
Nah, that's,
yeah, that's how deep it goes.
That's
that's
crazy.
all that no did it.
Motherfuckers
Yeah.
don't see what's going on. I mean, think about it, yo. You said something just now that made so much sense. See, there's things they're doing right that they can't they can't break the law because of the Constitution, right? That must be followed. So what do? They make it a bill. They make it a bill, gentlemen. So while you watching the Diddy trial and you watch this shit going on over there in God, these niggas over here at 5 in the morning, breath still smell like cat shit, passing bills. You know what I'm saying? Passing bills.
Right.
As Americans.
It's funny you say that because I do have a problem with this shit being done behind closed doors or being pushed before it's actually supposed to have been passed. There's a lot of things I don't like about this, but I'm sorry. Back to you because I just wanted to put that in there.
No, you are absolutely right. They always do shit behind closed doors because they know that if it was done in the American space, a lot of us wouldn't go for that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't tolerate it. We wouldn't stand by it. And that's what I mean, period. What they do is they go out, he's sleeping. Our motherfuckers is celebrating being able to get overtime money. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna throw this in their face, but we gonna throw this in their face, and that way, these motherfuckers they can be happy about something. So they don't be that mad. See, what I understand is that when they delete or implicate one bill, it's only so that something else can be taken or that can go into taking something else. I mean, it's all about taking for them.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So, whoever bill passes, whatever for the betterment of American life. And that's the problem I see with all the bullshit with the government. I don't think we need government. I think we just need to get rid of them motherfuckers and, have a tribal king one day. And you can't be white. White people don't prove that you guys can't run the land properly. I'm sorry to say. Well, from the beginning, you guys have done nothing but fuck up, yo. And I know you people, I mean, it's racist. You know what I'm saying? I think really that we did it. You know what I'm saying? And why I say that should be a white person because every white person thinks with the sense of privilege, like everything's owed to them. You need somebody who had to fight and struggle to get where they're at. You know what I'm saying? A lot of white people have to fight and struggle because a lot of shit they get is handed to them. You know, if not on a silver platter, they handed a wooden platter. Guess what? It was handed to them. They didn't have to go get it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying they have to be a black person. I was thinking, it was somebody who came from the struggle. A lot of these politicians and presidents and all that, they never came from the struggle. They never came from ground zero.
Right.
See what I'm saying? So if you never came from ground zero and grew with the people, how do you actually sympathize with the people? How's that possible? You really don't know the people. We need somebody in charge that came from the fucking mud
Right.
and by hard work and perseverance made their way to the top. That's why my uncle was a senator, or my grandfather, or my father was, so I thought I'd follow it. Come on, man. After you are in, to just your name alone. because of who you're related to, because of what your ancestors did in the game of politics. You know what I'm saying? Then we got some people, not to say no names, that sounds with dumb. They don't got a bone politics in their body, and yet runs everything. What kind of sense does that make?
Yeah, I don't know who could sound with dump. I don't
Chump, you can chump,
okay,
slump,
I
you
still
know
don't
what
have
I'm
an
saying?
idea. I don't know who that could be. I
Yeah,
still don't have an
a
idea.
couple words. A couple words.
Nah, personally though, me, I mean, those are great points. Like when you think about it, that's why they put Obama there when he was a president because they try to make it seem like somebody like us that's coming from the mud is gonna help everybody out. You know what I'm
He
saying?
didn't come from the mud. He was
Exactly,
he and he better than him.
exactly. But they portrayed it to be that way. They
Of
made it seem
course.
that way. So everybody's like, oh, let's vote for him. He's like us. He understands us. But nah, he really don't. And none of them do. That's the whole point. The system is designed for them. It is not for us. So no matter what, there's always, to Razel's point, and go check this out on YouTube. There's always an agenda. So anytime they do something that seems like it's good for us, there's always something that has to be in return for them. Like there's never a situation where they do something out of generosity or try to do it for the people. There's always a way to get benefits from it themselves. So they make it seem like it's for the people so that they can have the people on their side and people don't turn on them. But in all reality, there's a lot of dirt going on behind their backs. Like how you pass a bill while everybody's sleeping? That's what Drake do when he drop albums. I'm just saying. That shit don't make no sense to me at all. But I can say I'm grateful for the taxes on the overtime though. Let me get all my overtime money. Yeah, I'm cool
Uh,
with that.
I'm
Yeah.
just saying, it
Yeah.
sounds to me like maybe Drake took a page out of the government's book instead of the other way around. Makes you wonder who he's related to.
You never know.
Right,
You know what I mean? Because
right.
to Marzel's point, he's not wrong. This whole thing is a family-based system.
Mhm.
It's like a hierarchy, and we the people are the subject, right? These families stay in charge, and they fight and they bicker about who's going to be the next person in line, or who's going to be the next this or that, what direction we're going in for the new world order this time, and how are we going to control the people tomorrow, and blah blah blah. But they're all still family. Now, I'm not saying they won't try to take each other out, because they sure enough will. But that's how this country is. And we all sit here thinking that these businessmen and these people look like right now to Razel's point as well, Diddy trial's going on. And everybody's into that right now. You look at that trial though, I haven't seen a single name other than black people. Pardon the what do we vow to use?
Melanated people.
A melanated culture. Yes, my apologies. Right?
As the only melanated person on the staff, all these.
Thank you, sir. So now, but you get what I'm saying, right? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, we
it's
Oh,
just like,
shit.
why are we focused? Why are names coming up happen to be people with melanin in their skin? When many of the perpetrators, many, okay, including actors and celebrities, are of less melanin to none. So now, who controls the police? The police answer to the state. The state answers to the government, right? The armies answer to the government.
The government
The
answers to the
taxes
base.
answers to the government. Like everybody in the world
You don't answer to the base.
answers to the government. Nobody, even the bank answers to nobody answers to the bank. The bank is his own thing. I believe that's its own entity altogether, along with the church. But we'll get into a whole other topic with that. All I'm saying is,
I think they all go hand in hand personally.
yeah. Oh, it's a trifecta, without a doubt.
Yeah, I
That
believe it.
pyramid scheme.
That's how they pull the wool over your eyes. If they can't fuck you financially, they'll take you by law. And if they can't catch you by law, they'll take you spiritually. It don't matter to them. They're gonna get you one way or the other.
But you know what, too, though? Like, people got to keep up with their laws because they do the same thing with laws. Like, you could get pulled over and go to jail for something that you didn't even know was a new law today. That it wasn't that yesterday, and they do that a lot. Like, people
Right.
gotta make sure that they stay woke and they keep up with this shit because
That'd be those bills they be passing at 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
As soon as the buildings open up.
that's facts. That's
Don't
facts.
be surprised if one day we wake up and they're like, freedom of speech is gone. You're no longer allowed to talk about this, that, and the other thing, and now we're sitting here getting arrested for putting out these videos.
So that, like, to that point, right? I got a question for y'all. Because it's freedom of speech. Is that not that's not a commandment, is it?
No, it's a constitutional law.
Yeah, the Constitution. Right, that's
constitutional law.
true. That's true. So you think they can do that with the commandments? You think they would ever do that? Like change up the commandments or take some stuff off?
They already
Yeah.
a new 10 Commandments.
So how is it they can
Wait,
they can
what?
do that? How is it they can do that?
Wait, what? What do you mean, what?
What? Yeah, no, wait. You said that they wrote a new 10 Commandments.
I want to hear this because I haven't heard about
They
this.
have read a new 10 Commandments. What thou shalt not do.
Do you know them? You think?
I don't know because it's blasphemy.
We're gonna have to look for those.
Yeah, you gotta tell me that. I mean, I got my.
Listen, I'll Google that shit right now.
Yeah, definitely find that. Yo, that's crazy, right? Because if those are commandments from God, how can they do that?
Right.
Who is God?
Think about that, viewers. If that's
Who is God? If these laws could be changed without punity,
Did
who
they
is God?
create the new 10 Commandments?
I'm about to try to find out these 10 commandments for y'all. I remember we had an episode where we actually did the commandments for you guys because we had to look it up one time, but I didn't know there were 10 new ones. So if you guys can find this information, send it in the comments because I'm interested. We're gonna do our research too for y'all. Because I mean, think about that, right? You're changing God's commandments. Really? How? Are you God? You know what I'm saying? Like,
But they have. That's the real secret to it all, is that they have changed God's commandments before our eyes. Like, for example, it's supposed to be Garden of Eden. That means that we're supposed to be able to go outside and pick the foods that we want to eat right off the ground. Can't do that. You got to go out and buy it. You got to use the devil's workings to survive rather than use God's way. You know what I'm saying? To get you with the money, to get you with the health care, right? Because it's not health cure. It's not health cure. It's health care.
you know what else is blasphemy though?
Think about that.
Like the fact that this is basic so blunt truth. You know what I'm saying? This is blasphemy. This is blasphemy. I'm the only one with a shirt on.
Wow.
Man, fuck out of here, man. Yo, on some real shit? Nah, yo, you got to on some real shit, yo?
Yeah, he got it.
Nah, he ain't getting me, yo.
He got it.
Yo, listen, he got me, right? He got me, right? But he did it spitefully.
Yeah.
You know why? I told him, I said, listen, I said, Joe, I'm not wearing my shirt today because I didn't wash it.
Yeah.
And I didn't want to disrespect the shirt like that and put it on clean and shit, you feel me? So I didn't wash it, so I'm going to be wearing it today. So he goes in and goes in his drawer and pulls this out. You know what I'm saying?
That's fucked up too, because I came out of work, bro.
Yeah.
I can't deny it.
I had to just get here because the show was important to me. It was so important to me to be here that the shirt just had to wait because I couldn't wear a clean shirt on a dirty body.
Oh, man, this dude right here, bro.
Yeah. Mastermind.
Never trust a dude calling himself a moderator, yo.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You're more like the mediator.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
He's a
Win a
fan.
battle.
Oh Lord.
I had to do it, man. I told you I was gonna do it though.
You just say it. You just say it.
Yeah, he did. He got us. You got
At least you're upfront about it, but the way you stuck it in there was kind of
Yeah.
I was already prepared for it anyway.
Yeah, it was mad funny too, because as soon as we got up, he's like, "Oh, you motherfucker! You
Yeah.
still went and got your shirt on."
Yeah, exactly. So I knew what he was gonna do. I was ready for it. Everybody else was affected by it. I wasn't. I knew that was coming from my back. I knew it. I was ready
Yeah,
for it.
listen, I really was. I'm like, listen, man, I came out of work, bro. What you
Yeah.
want from me?
Yeah.
I'm here though. I'm here with y'all.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, we
appreciate
share
y'all,
it.
bro,
Yeah,
for
share
real.
it.
Yeah, that was funny, bro.
Yeah, it is what it is, though.
Yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off, Yaiko. I just had to let them know y'all was being blasphemous.
Nah, bro, I feel you completely. It's just like I said, everything, like to Razel's point, everything is a game. You know, there's a lot of names that are being thrown out right now, but if you notice, not a one of them is a politician or a clergyman, despite the fact that they have been implicated in all of it on multiple occasions on many different stations and channels and whatever else, but not a single fucking name,
Yeah.
not
You know,
one drop.
like that is, bro. I mean, before it is go right. Before any of them go, the black gotta go first. It's kind of like a scary movie. Who dies in the scary movie first?
Yeah, facts.
The bad guys.
They tried changing that up in the latest movies, though. You notice that?
Yeah.
They not second now.
To make you feel like you're winning something.
Caught onto us.
Yeah,
You know, to
facts.
make you feel like
Yeah.
you're winning and shit. Like, oh, yeah, look at that, man. We're not the first ones to die anymore. We're like, well, four.
Yeah.
Ah,
Or
yeah.
they'll be last, but they'll get the worst death.
Yeah,
Oh my
exactly.
God, right? Fucking face splattered with a lawnmower or some shit.
Exactly. But yeah, so you know, I mean, they might get to them motherfuckers who's, you know what I'm saying, who's in it. You know what I'm saying? It all depends on what Diddy's gonna do. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause at some point you can say, you know, I'm done, man. They got me, so you know, fuck it, I bring everybody down.
No, but I'm saying, you know,
Little brown shit.
but look at how far I'm trying to tie it back, because right now they even got Chris Brown in jail for some shit that they tried to pin on him a while back, but they trying to say that Diddy set that up. You know what I'm saying? But if he did set that up, who did he set that up with? It got to be somebody who controls the police department. Why are there no names out there?
Yeah, but you know what else? What else with Chris Brown too? I could say like that. I've never seen any kind of pictures. I've never seen any proof that he had anything to do with Diddy. Like he never, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't even think does he even have photos with Diddy? Because I don't remember seeing anything with
I'm
him
not
with Diddy.
sure.
I feel like Chris Brown, one of the ones in the industry that's kind of a real nigga. If I'm gonna keep it 100, and they kind of fear that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but you see, once upon a time,
They be trying to get him.
Chris
I
Brown
noticed
was
that. They
with
try to get
Rihanna.
him a lot.
Chris Brown was with Rihanna.
Mhm.
And Chris Brown and Rihanna were a thing, and then Diddy came into the picture and was representing Rihanna, remember? And then Chris Brown started to blow up, and Rihanna blowing up. And then at some point in time, Rihanna and Chris Brown were getting into fights, and Rihanna was constantly getting her ass whooped by Chris Brown, supposedly. Now I'm starting to believe that it was actually Diddy being Rihanna's ass, and Chris Brown had to take the fall for it. That's what I'm starting to think.
Oh shit, allegations.
I remember. I know, right? Allegedly, right?
And that's what I'm saying. That's my opinion. That's what I
You
think.
know, allegation is not I don't think it's a fact. Or you said it, or you feel it as a fact. It's kind of like your opinion.
Yeah.
Right.
But I don't remember Diddy representing Rihanna though.
I know he was involved with her some way somehow. It was either Jay-Z or Diddy. The one of them was
I know Jay Z
involved.
was involved with her.
So that trust me, if Jay-Z was involved with her,
What you saying is,
Diddy was involved.
okay, so I was getting that. If one
Because
is,
there's a tie.
got you.
It's,
Left
from
hand,
what I
left hand,
understand,
right hand, right?
allegedly, from what I understand, they always rock together. And there's no way you can rock that close together and not know what the fuck each other be doing. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
So you basically saying they ran the industry as far as artists go, and they did everything. They had
And I'm
agents
also
and
saying
everything.
that they had FBI helping them do it.
I don't put that.
Whoa.
How long is he gonna get legal charges? You gonna tell me the FBI didn't know they were shipping people in and out? Really?
So I really don't put nothing past that because don't forget, Suge Knight and P Diddy were mad close. They were cool.
Right.
And Suge Knight, I'm just saying, there's proof out there that he had ties with the police. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
So it stands to reason that if
That's
it
not an
goes
allegation.
as
That was
far as
actually
the police,
You already hear it. Facts.
right? So if it goes as far as the police, then it goes as far as the government. If it goes as far as the government, then y'all aren't. None of us are safe.
Hmm.
Nobody's safe. That's it. Whatever they decide to do, all they gotta do is push a button, and everybody else is on board, and we're the only ones staying here with our fucking heads in our lap.
Nuke them. Hit the red button. Nuke them.
Facts. Go home to smithereens, nigga.
I'm just trying to say, we're nothing but a cog in the wheel. It's a spiritual battle right now, good versus evil. If you believe, as I believe, that it is the lizard, whatever people trying to say that's out there, that have been that if they have the lizard come on with us, but under the ground, and I really do believe that this is a real thing.
You know, yeah, you know what? You know what? You know what sucks, yo? Because if this is like spiritual, this is like good versus evil.
Yeah,
I'm going to be on the good side. But I'm going to be the bad side of the fence. I'm going to be on the fence. You know, I'm doing the bad shit. I'm good. And I have good intentions, but I'm still a sinner.
I got an
Yeah,
analogy
though.
for you.
I mean, that's-
I got an analogy for you. It's so funny you said that because I just read this shit on, I think it was like Facebook or some shit like that. So yeah, I use their shit. But it was a story. The story is this man has a dream, and in the dream, there's God on one side, and there's the devil on the other side, and a fence in the middle. And the devil says to him, "If you go to God, you'll work and toil away, and you'll never know why until you die. But if you come with me, I'll give you everything and anything you could possibly ask for." So the man starts to ponder things over, already sinning, not realizing. He decides, "I'm sorry, God. You asked for too much of me, and you don't offer me anything. You don't even give me answers when I ask for them." But he also said, the devil says, "I'm also not going to you because you have nothing that you can offer me that I can't get for myself. So I'm going to sit on this fence right here, and I'm going to have best of both worlds." So, right? Well, it doesn't end there because now the devil starts to encroach on the man. The man sees, you look at his eye, you see fear in his eyes. He sees the devil approaching, and he's not afraid. And the man says, "You can't come near me. I still got God on my side. I didn't choose you, but I didn't choose him either." And the devil walks up to the man and puts his arm around him and says, "Yeah, but guess what? I own the fence.
Wow.
You're
Wow.
sitting on my fence. That means you chose me."
Right. Yeah, got it. Shit. So are we doing that, ladies and gentlemen? Are we sitting on the devil's fence?
That's a good one. 'Cause,
Are we doing that?
I've heard somebody preach something and say that God would rather you choose a side than to not choose any.
Yeah, I mean, I choose God. I know that's not getting wrong. I choose the Father. You know what I'm saying? And I believe in all my heart that He is real. He is one that can back His children. And these things I do not question. But at the same time, I like smoking weed. I like gambling. You know what I'm saying? I like cursing. I be ready to fuck a nigga up if I have to. You know what I'm saying? I don't show love to everybody I see, which I should. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that I do wrong because if you just, I mean, I'm gonna keep it basic for you niggas. If you just give somebody, one person, a hard time, you know what I'm saying? You don't help them. You're not humble towards them. Man. You don't smile. You don't engage. You know what I'm saying? You look at them with disgust, and you ignore them, avoid them. You've already just said so many goddamn times right there because number one thing God wants us to do is to love our neighbors, to love ourselves and love our neighbors. So just a lot of people act like they religious and they humble. But if you just drive by the corner and for a split second you be like, that motherfucker, right in there, you fuck it all up. I don't care what you do the rest of the day, you don't fuck up. Ain't nobody say they don't sin or they live without sin. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't following the rules. You know what I'm saying? We ain't following the rules. If somebody does something and you do it, And so I'm praising you for doing it. And you don't say that they did it and you got it from them, and that's where we came from. You stealing. You breaking rules. I mean, so nobody's fucking nobody's fucking without sin, bro. What we gotta do is know that better and be better. Because at the end of the day, he does come back. He's gonna question not who you were, who you are. You know what I'm saying? And who you are will make all the difference in the world. Because anybody can change who they were. You know what I'm saying? It ain't who wins the wars, who wins the battle. Well, as you know, you might want to, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. You can win the battle, but I win the war.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, so I mean, we all gotta realize that. You know what I'm saying? We don't look at the microscopic things that we do that may be you know what I'm saying, a total what's the word I'm trying to use? I'm kind of high myself. A total totally against
Amen.
what God wants to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna go that way. I can't think of the word right now. I'm gonna be honest. It totally goes against God. God would have us to have us to be.
Objection or something?
It's just like it's like the total. It's just like total. It's blasphemous. That's the word we just used earlier. It's blasphemous to what God would actually want us to be.
Yo, but how is it? All right, so check this out. How is it that the government can coexist with the church? But the government's movements and the way that they do things are actually considered blasphemy in the eyes of the church, but they can't override or say anything to the church. I mean, I don't understand why the church doesn't go to war with the government and shut them down.
Because the Vatican, from my understanding, the Vatican don't abide by the rules either. They don't teach you the right shit, from my understanding. I mean, allegedly.
Because if you go back to the history of Christianity and how it was spread across the globe, they did it in a very like they went village to village, city to city, small town to small town, imposed it on them, and then tortured them into submission. And those who didn't accept just died horrible deaths. That's the way it spread. Then once they migrated all through Europe, spreading that belief, they went across seas and started trying to preach that shit everywhere else. And now it's become so ingrained, almost globally. There's other religions out there and other cultures still. But Catholicism and Christianity have spread wide and far in a very short amount of time. And nobody knows the real history half the time. And that's scary to think that the church that talks about how you're supposed to live with thy neighbor, do not kill one another, blah, 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 spread it by torturing and killing people.
Yeah. So we're gonna get into the next segment. If you guys are done with that, we're gonna get into Truth Be Told with Rozelle. What you got for us? Actually, you want to do the joke, or you want to get the joke after?
Nah, hit him with that punchline, bro.
Get with the joke first. All right,
Hell
we'll do
yeah.
it for you guys, man. This used to be our favorite segment, the riddle of the day, but we switched it up a little bit and trying to bring it back a little something. Let's go. This is with Rozelle, the joke of the day.
Um,
You don't remember it.
come on, man. Don't fucking ever. Don't ever do that.
And that was the joke of the day, ladies and gentlemen.
There it is. You enjoyed it.
No, we got
There
you.
was a white guy. There was an Indian guy. There was a black guy. All arguing about who America really belongs to. When one of them found a genie, they rubbed it. Genie came out. Oof. What's going on, guys? I'll give you all one wish apiece. So knowing that they had just been arguing, the Indian thought that he was right. The white person thought that he was right. The black person thought he was right. So they say, you know what? I know I'm going to wish for. The white guy, being all privileged and shit, went first. So I wish the original people of this land was here. And everybody else was gone. Poof. Next thing you know, All the white people disappeared. The Indian was laughing. I knew he didn't belong here. He said, I'm going next. He said, I wish that all my people were where they belong, and everybody else was gone. Oof! Next thing you know, all the Indians in America was gone. The black dude looked around. So you mean to tell me there ain't no more white people in America? Julie said, nope. Said, there ain't no more Indians in America? Indian said, and Jeannie said, nope. He said, well, shit, you can give me some fried chicken and Kool-Aid, nigga, and I'm happy. It's the joke, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So
for y'all.
that's for y'all. So now that we did that, we're going into
Who beats old?
truth be told.
Got that fried chicken and Kool-Aid.
Fried chicken and Kool-Aid, watermelon and ribs. He'll take anything he can get. At that point, white people were gone, Indians were gone. He was just happy.
He was happy.
He
He
was
had
just happy.
No, I'm just saying he's saying a lot of stereotypical shit is all I'm saying.
Hey, nigga, I'm black. I know what we like. Shit.
Fair enough.
I ain't gonna lie about it. I love me some fried chicken. I love me watermelon. And I like me some great Kool-Aid. I ain't gonna lie about this shit.
Yeah.
And the reason I lie about this shit, I mean, if it's stereotypical, then God, shit, I'm a stereotype. You know what I'm saying?
Don't forget the OJ.
I fuck with the orange juice.
Yeah.
All about it, yeah. Or it'll be orange soda. Because we drink that too. We drink that too. Collectively, as also. I shouldn't be saying, anybody, even though people know that shit, like, I'm gonna stop talking right now. I'm thinking devious right now.
just get into your topic. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to throw you off.
I'm
man.
talking devious. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. You stop. You stop. You
He's
stop.
about to go ham. He's
Yeah,
ready.
let me stop. Anyways.
Speaking of ham,
Anyways. Ooh, that was bad.
Right now.
That was bad. Like, I can't even know what's freezing up on me right now. It's like, yeah.
yeah, no, we can't do that.
It fits my energy, you see? Let me slow the fuck down for a minute. Okay. I got rid of my energy. Look what happened.
Oh, look at that.
He's jumping now.
Yo, that's just crazy, bro. Shake it off, bro. Low vibrations. Low vibrations. Anyways, this here is real serious, yo. And I want to talk about the deportation that is going on here in America, yo. They deported so many people already, family members. I wouldn't tell, man, if one day you're sitting down eating supper with your grandmother and your uncle, his mother's coming in and just take them, yo. Often, and a person could be a good person, could be a God-fearing good person. It doesn't matter. No crimes committed ever. Hard working. It doesn't matter. You know how that must feel, man? And then to have all these people being deported because America doesn't want them to receive health benefits, or America doesn't want them getting jobs that the average American won't even work or wants to work. You know what I'm saying? America gets mad because they don't want them getting food stamps. They don't want to give these people who don't belong any rights whatsoever. And then you say to yourself, well, okay, I can understand how Americans can be upset when their sons and daughters to go out and get jobs that they probably wouldn't want to work because they were available. I can understand that shit. But it's just odd to me that when you look at the number of people being deported and the ethnicity of the people, it's understand now that all these people being deported are light brown and dark brown melanated people. You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen no white person get deported like Ku Klux Klan's members. Why are they being deported? They're Rico. They're a gang. They're no terrorist gang. Shit like that. No white person can get deported, but all these brown people are getting deported. And then at the same time that these brown people are being deported to a land they're not even from.
Yeah.
You're deporting them to a land they're not even from. And then turn around and want to house white South Afrikaners and label them refugees. What? The brown people who came here, they weren't refugees. They didn't want to escape what they were going through. They weren't victims of hostile places and just want to escape the murder. They don't deserve to be labeled as refugees. I mean, why not when they come to Connecticut? I mean, Connecticut. I'm sorry, the United States in the first place, and that they weren't trying to escape where they're from. But yet, it's okay that you know they do it if they're white. You know what I'm saying? So you mean to tell me? I mean, we've always known. This is just a slap in the face because that just clearly shows you America's agenda. America's agenda. We'll pause out. Check me out. America's agenda is only to get rid of the brown melanated man and house the whites. Now, people of America, you need to understand this. You need to understand this clearly. When I say brown people, okay, because the Puerto Ricans don't like to be called Dominican. The Dominicans don't like to be called Mexicans. Mexicans don't like to be called Jamaicans. Jamaicans don't like to be called Africans. Africans don't like to be called, the melanated black man here in America. And no one likes to be called anything other than what they are, right? It ain't gonna fucking matter. Y'all, as individuals, need to understand that. They're not gonna say, "Oh, you know what? He's Puerto Rican, I'm Mexican. Let him go." Oh, he's not Puerto Rican. He's Jamaican. Oh, he's not Jamaican. He's Dominican. You think it's gonna fucking matter? You think any of that's gonna matter? They're coming to round up the Browns. So if you have melanated in your skin, that's what people of America, you are now the ops of the United States government. And there's no other way to see it other than that. You are now the ops. So you're still looking at me like I might be the enemy. If you still looking at the nigga down the street like he may be the enemy, if you still looking at that Puerto Rican, or you still looking at that Mexican, or you still looking at that Dominican, or that Jamaican, or that Haitian, like they are the enemy. Nigga, you are clearly blinded. We are all now the enemies of the United States government. And that's how I feel.
Would I be considered safe or a op?
Nigga, you look like one of them, but
Mm.
they might know you're not. So you he might get a couple bullets in the ass and get away with it. I don't know. I
Damn.
don't know. He might pass for Italians. And even then,
I'm
like,
confused.
as long as you don't pass for Irish. Remember back in the days, whites didn't want Irish or blacks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
That's why on TikTok, that was this whole thing about genders are black. And then we try to embrace them, but them, a lot of them cornballs took it and ran with it. So, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I was always thought the red man was Esau. And Esau was, the one that God did. Like, I don't have to hurt. Tell the gingers on TikTok that God don't like them. He said it. But, you know what I'm saying? I let that ride. And anybody who's watching this might be a redhead. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Because I like you. That don't mean that I got them. Anyways, I was talking about
Damn.
deportation.
Yo,
That
that was real.
talk about going off track.
That was crazy.
Anyway, about deportation.
Yo,
Yo,
that's what
God don't love you.
yo,
God
no,
don't love you, man.
yo, no, I'm saying,
He
I'm saying, I
overlooks
do,
you completely.
I do, but
in
you know,
the
he
book,
knows you.
in the book, God said, I dislike. He said, I love Jacob and all that he will, I guess he would say, get forth. He said, I do not like Esau, or I do not love Esau. Well, I already put it. You go find it in the goddamn Bible. So I'm not going to be. It's in Exodus 13, verse 12. I'm not that dude. Read off scripture to tell you where it's at. But it's in there. But God says, he was like, and then Esau, who was born, and him and his brother was born. And they said when Esau came out, because they were all black. When Esau came out, they said that he was red. He was red and furry like an animal. You know what I'm saying? He was real hairy. He had a lot of hair on his body, and he was redhead. You know what I'm saying? So, and then God said he didn't like Esau. You know what I'm saying? And about this, Esau would have had all this shit. Because he was, I guess he was supposed to be the firstborn. I could be wrong, but he would have had all this shit. But what he did was he traded it all for some food. You know what I'm saying? So Jacob said, yeah, Esau said, he's straight. So that's how the hate came, And then Esau came back, he wanted what was supposed to have been his. And God was like, nigga, you done. You know what I'm saying? I don't even like you. You know what I'm saying? I was fair. I was like, around and let you rock. But yeah. And that's how that happened, And then the hate happened because he felt that everything did. So when they were able to steal it back, you know what I'm saying, from Jacob's kids, because Jacob ended up becoming named Israel. And that's where you get the whole 12 tribes of Israel. As I said before when I was on our podcast, Israel, when they say the 12 tribes of Israel, it's not a fucking landmark. It's not over there in Egypt. Not talking about that shit, Not talking about Israel over and over in that area. He's talking about Israel, the dude who was once named Jacob.
I got some info for you here.
Yeah,
I got some key points and everything. I mean, it's somewhat long, but it's going off of what you're talking about. So it says in the Bible, Esau is the older twin brother of Jacob and the elder son of Isaac and Rebekah. He's also known as Edom and is considered the ancestor of the Edomites.
Right.
The biblical narrative revolves around Esau's actions and the subsequent conflict with his brother Jacob, who later inherits the blessings that were intended for Esau.
Exactly.
So Esau was the firstborn, covered in red hair and skin, and likely a garment, hence his name Esau. That's why his name is Esau. He was a skilled hunter and loved by his father Isaac. It says Jacob tricked Esau into selling his birthright for a bowl of stew, demonstrating Esau's lack of regard for his privileges. And Jacob, with Rebekah's help, tricked their blind father Isaac into giving him the blessing that was meant for Esau. And so they were fearing Esau's wrath, and Jacob fled. And then later on, Esau later forgave Jacob. And he's considered the ancestor of the Edomites. He's a nation that often clashed with the Israelites. In the story of Esau, Jacob highlights themes of birthright, favoritism, deception, and reconciliation. It also reflects the complex relationship between the nations of Israel and Edom. I mean, is Esau really wrong though? When he got tricked by Jacob, when he got tricked by Rebecca, and then he tricked the father to give him the blessings that were intended for Esau.
Doesn't seem like it.
You know what I mean? Like that's
Well, I don't know if he was really, I mean, he was tricked. Yeah, but who in their right mind gives up their blessings for a bowl of food? Well, that means you're stupid. That means you're stupid as hell. You give me a blessing for a bowl of food. You know what I'm saying? So he did. He gave them up, and that's what happened. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, Esau was a hunter. He's out there killing shit. You know what I'm saying? He was a killer. As my God said, he didn't like it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it wasn't. Because it was all about bloodline. So I have gone to Isaac, and these were his kids, because Esau was first. You know what I'm saying? Because Esau was first, it was supposed to be his. But Esau was a killer. You know what I'm saying? He was out there killing shit. Jacob stayed home, did whatever he had to do around the house, boom, 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 boom. And this nigga's like, yeah, I just killed people getting 4 deer or whatever. I'm hungry. Here's a bowl of food, man, but let's give me a rest, man, because, you don't care about them anyway. All you want to do is kill shit. Hell yeah, I don't give a fuck anything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So get that shit up. He ate.
And magically, as usual, there's no evidence, there's no witnesses, there's no charges filed, nobody got arrested, nothing. It's just like it magically just never happened.
it said Esau was loved by his father Isaac. But I mean, when you think of the story, was it Esau that was feeding the family? Was he doing the hunting and getting the food for the table?
Well, I mean, he's the father, right?
Oh, Esau was the oldest son.
Esau was
The oldest son.
the oldest son.
I'm actually about to look up
I don't
the
know. If I
relationship
remember
with
that.
God itself.
Yeah, it's like God didn't love him, man. So there had to be something about him that God saw. You know what I'm saying? And think about it, at the end of the day, when it really tricked, and God didn't love him, and it was always his plan for Jacob to rule. You know what I'm saying? Because Esau was different, yo. I said, you see, when he came out, he was red and hairy. He was like the rest. You know what I'm saying? He was kind of like an animal almost. You know what I'm saying? He was like the rest of them. He wasn't a non-ether being. He was something different, a mutation.
So this thing saying that the word hate, when it says that God hated Jacob, wasn't necessarily an emotion of hate. It was just he wasn't fit, and Jacob he gave. So he basically, so it says here, the phrase God hated Esau is a well known statement in religious text, but it's important to understand that context and the meaning behind it. While the biblical passage states that God loved Jacob and hated Esau, many scholars interpret this as a comparison, not a literal condemnation. It highlights God's choice of Jacob as the heir of the Abrahamic covenant over Esau rather than a personal dislike for Esau.
Because they say so.
He liked them for a position, not like them or just like as an individual, but like them
That's what
for
they're
a
saying,
position.
yeah. That's, I mean, it's all about how you interpret it, I guess, because those are scholars that say
Yeah,
that.
that's what they say. But how about if when God said, I hate you, he knows what he means. He don't say to God, he said, I hate you and I love you. That really meant that, nigga, I don't like you at all. You know what I'm saying? That's what it really meant. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that's what was written. You know what I'm saying? Scholars don't say anything. I like this and we interpret it that this may mean that he felt like this. He can't say what you know what I'm saying? And maybe he did just mean you were incapable.
It's just tough for me, right? Because I feel like it's kind of like this is where the confusion comes in with everything. Because it's like if God hated him so much, then why create him?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just
It's impossible for God to
confusing,
hate
bro.
itself because we're all God. Everything is God. All the creation is God.
Like, did you create him so you can hate him? You know what I'm saying? Like it's so confusing.
That's what I'm saying, though. People gotta start understanding that shit.
But
Like, it's possible to like I believe like it's a psychology thing, right? Like, if it's possible for us to hate ourselves, like wake up with depression, mad at ourselves for some reason, or feeling like self doubt or whatever the case may be. Like, those are all negative emotions that were planted into us by this system that we're talking about.
I got a quick question for you guys. Is it possible that God does things to teach himself as well?
Oh, without a doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I wouldn't doubt that to learn from his own, you know what I'm saying, not mistakes, but his own past experiences.
right?
Well,
Like,
think
like,
about it.
damn,
Like,
you just taught me how to hate somebody.
you're an entity, right, that knows nothing else but itself, right? And you start branching out and you make children, like you make realities into being just so that you have something to do. Boredom is a bitch.
It is, especially you can only imagine. Like, we get bored right now, and we haven't even lived as long as God. Can you imagine like how bored? Because it's crazy. Because if he's all knowing, what can he actually teach himself, right?
Right. He's just living life through his own experiences, through us, through everything. Everything is him and everything is us, and we're all
That's why I ask people that question sometime. Like, would you want to be immortal? What about y'all? Would y'all want to be immortal?
nah. That's just overrated. Fuck that shit.
What you think, Razel?
Uh,
What are the stipulations?
did I start being immortal now, or did I start like back in like the Indian days? And I'm just, I'm just here right now, but I've been living for like 1,000 years already. That'd be a difference. I wouldn't want to go from here to 1,000 years from now. I just worried about to go to the shitters. But if I already had lived through all that shit, the Indians and Knights and Shining Armor and you know what I'm saying? The Cowboys and fucking all that shit, nigga, building the railroads and all that shit. And being here right now, the juke era down south. Well, I've been killing slave masters and everything. It got to be alive.
He starts out the Illuminati.
It got to be alive.
He starts out the Illuminati. He gonna build an empire from back in the
He
day.
said he gonna destroy everything that could have been and would have been.
What?
It's
Before
gonna
it
be
is
all
what it is.
Razel.
What?
I
Oh, man,
would have
listen.
killed bad slave owners.
No, not bad ones. All of them. I go through each house through the nights and seducing their daughters and making them turn on the family. Now, when you wake up tomorrow at motherfucking 9:30 when the sun goes out, you go and eat your mama and your daddy. You heard me?
That's
And
crazy.
you go eat Luther too out there in that barn with that whip.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I guess around those times you wouldn't be bored. I mean, think about it too. You would have been living through the dinosaur time, right? You would have seen the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
To clarify though, his immortality comes with invulnerability, right? Because it would suck to be like immortal, like time can't kill you, but somebody come by, shoot you in the face, and you're dead.
Well, no, yeah. If you're immortal, you're immortal. You can't die.
And does that mean that you can actually heal
Regenerate?
right back to your original self? Like if you take a spear to the face, you won't die, but you got a spear in your face. Like, you know what I mean? We gotta be specific here because GDs are tricky.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I'll let y'all choose that. You know what I'm saying? But just to be able to live forever and not die, like that's
Yeah. So anybody watching this show, would you want to live forever? And if you are watching the show and you know it's on Facebook, don't go back to Facebook to comment. Comment right here on the show. Would you want to live forever if you could? You know what I like to do, yo? On some real shit. If I come across a genie and this I had one wish, I would tell him I want to know the truth about everything.
Oh, your head would explode.
Everything, no, because then he would have to make sure that my head was able to
He ain't gotta make sure shit. All he gotta do is fill your lip.
Yeah.
You
look,
said you want to know everything and then your head explodes.
I mean,
Well,
yeah.
okay, you roasted
Yo,
it.
hold on, bro. You only use like 10%, right? Max
Yeah,
10.
yeah.
So I have a whole bunch of other shit that can fill up, bro. There's space.
I get that.
There's
But
space.
I'm saying you're talking about a galactic set of
Yeah,
knowledge
I want to know everything.
that will
How
literally
it
like
started,
you're gonna look at the brain
how
from
God
fucking
started,
the whole
where God came
dude,
from.
the big ass melon head, because he got a big old brain and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be you.
That'll
You're
be
not gonna be able to
me.
support your weight.
That'll be me.
You're
I'm
gonna need cheers.
walk around with a big face.
That's right. That's what you're gonna need.
Uh,
You're gonna need.
But guess what? I know everything. Like today's difference is gonna be. But how do you know that? Because randomly they were this 12 years ago. So the bullets are turning at a rate of, I know everything. That just means automatically the ball is gonna be this today.
Does that mean you gotta have an update every time something new happens?
I don't even think he's gonna be able to talk to us.
I would update the new shit.
I don't think he'd be able to talk
You
to us.
need to be updated.
I think
Let me
he's so lost in everything that he knows that he wouldn't even know if we were real or not.
I would know, but why would I have to talk to you?
But you get what I'm saying?
You
You
wouldn't
probably
you wouldn't be able to motherfucking be on my level. I'd be like, be away with you. You bore me.
You're not even a real
That's
thing.
my point.
You're
He'd be bored out of his mind.
Look at the conversation.
He'd be like, "Oh yeah, I can pick apart this reality just by doing this." And it's like, all right, well, now you're
Hit him up like, yo, you want to get on some COD? COD. That is
right.
stupid.
He's like, "Are you kidding me? All I gotta
COD
do
is stupid.
You know this.
Everybody tries on the street. It's like, what the fuck are they happening?
Yeah, well, that's what I would know where everything came from. Everything, the beginning of everything. The truth.
I shall call me Roselle.
Yeah.
Raziel, the angel of knowledge.
Yeah, exactly. My new name is Raziel Yamu. And I am the angel of knowledge.
Oh shit!
It's written. If you go look at Raziel, yeah, in the scriptures, he had all the information.
Nice.
Yeah, and I've always said this what I want to do. So you don't know who I am. Another life, I am him. You look at the angel, guys.
And I am you, and you are me.
No, real rap. That ass no see him.
I'm not making a joke.
I am him, guys. But when I pass away and ascend, I shall be back for a few of you guys. Hopefully, you've been good.
That kind of reminds me of that Rush Hour 2 scene. Who's he? It's me. Who are you? Who are you? I am you. I'm gonna kick your ass.
Yeah, that was a funny
That
ass
shit
scene.
was funny. I am me. Who are you? It's you. Who are you? He is you.
Yeah, that was funny though.
Okay, I'm kicking your ass.
Oh, I got
Oh, yeah.
That little. Keep
So,
going.
how do you feel the whole deportation? Like,
Yeah, right. Why would
Yeah,
you
my
want that
bad.
whole shit?
I brought it back, dude, like a true champion.
You brought it back to earth.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry. I was talking about food. I'm keeping it a buck. That's the price to pay when you smoke and you do a show.
So you feel like the price of deportation?
Here's how I feel about the deportation.
Oh, okay.
The deportation itself. While I understand where it came from, there should be a little more heart behind it, because I feel like if people are here and they've been established and they are law abiding and they do everything by the book, they go to work, they follow your system that you put in place for us to control us, and then you just uproot them, that's fucked up. Now, if they're the type of citizens that come in here, even if they got a fucking legal green card to get here, and they're fucking committing crimes, they're doing all kinds of crazy shit, they got to go. Otherwise, I really don't see how America could be great again without the culture melting pot. It's literally supposed to be the basis of America, because America wasn't built off the white people's back. Let's keep it real. Y'all put in work after the structure was put up. But before that, it was a system of control, and it's continued to be, and it will continue to be for eons to come, because they're good at what they do. Everything is psychological. That's why I try to tell people like all this stuff that's going on. It all goes back to the spiritual battle. Should these people be getting sent over to a place where they have no idea about the culture? They have no stakes over there. They got no funds over there. They got no family over there. They got nowhere to survive. So what do you end up becoming? You become, you know, a slave to a system. You either get enrolled in the army or you go to work inside of a government facility or whatever. Like, who knows? They probably become fucking lab experiments. Y'all think that's just cool? Y'all think that shit's all right? Would you want that for your family? Let's talk about Puerto Rico and the fact that they got hit with that storm. They get no help from the U.S., even though Puerto Rico's supposed to be Commonwealth and we're supposed to help each other out and they watch our backs and whatever else. We're citizens by Commonwealth. They start kicking in every door, every Puerto Rican across the fucking United States. Y'all gonna really tell me that's not gonna be a problem? You know how little that you think you support us motherfuckers? Because I can assure you we don't. We will be getting sold off somewhere else, or not, if not killed. So let's if y'all can worry about these things, especially the fact that I've heard through grapevines, and again, I can't not gonna reveal so talk about nothing, but they're building camps out there in the woods, concentration camps, like areas where they've restricted human activity federally. So you're gonna tell me y'all hiding shit out there in the woods? Y'all got camps out there for who? Who? That's kind of weird. Are we going to war? Are we at war? Is this a home war? Is it for us? Is it for them? Like what? What's going on? Yo, I'm telling you, a lot of these things that they dropping on us is all connected. There's a big, big picture. And the cloak and daggers and the secretives and the walls and how everybody worked together to make these stories all cohesive. It's it's a big running machine. That's all I got to say. I'm good.
Are you good? So for me, I like to say,
Oh shit.
I like to take the time to say, deport me, motherfucker. Nah,
What is it?
I feel you with the whole Puerto Rico thing. So we're gonna need a bunch of people to carry the boats. Man. We're gonna need to squad up, man. Something gotta give because I mean, if they got the right to do that, how we ain't got the right to defend ourselves before they get to do that? You know what I'm saying? Like shit, fuck that. That should go out the window for me. Like that shit not even right. But I do feel like if they were to send you back to where you were from with your family, they need to send you back with something to keep. I mean, keep your family fed, keep you on your feet, something. But if they just being, I mean, how are they depend? That's the thing. How are they deporting them? Are they deporting them together? Are they deporting them where they? You said it's deporting them somewhere else, though, right? Like not even where they from.
They had been deported to El Salvador, man. And sometimes as knowledge of family, sometimes they break you the fuck up, yo. You know
So
what I'm
like a
saying?
concentration camp, boot camp.
Probably so. Who knows, man? Who knows what the fuck's over there, yo? You know what I'm saying? But the point is, you said if you supposedly from here, now this right here goes to my black Americans, my Afro Americans, my melanated brothers and sisters. I think the agenda behind the whole deporting U.S. citizens to El Salvador, right? The ones that were Puerto Ricans and Haitians, whatever, even though they deported a couple legal ones, they can say it was by accident. They deported one dude who was Spanish over there in El Salvador, and the El Salvador nigga president said they're never gonna deport him back, and America said that they're never gonna go get him. So now, even though it was a mistake, He was a legal citizen. He's donezo. You know what I'm saying? He's donezo. And that's just crazy. Yo. So to my melanated brothers and sisters here in America, excuse me, I think the reason why they did that is because they need a reason to be able to deport us. Because think about it, we are the only people who technically cannot be deported anywhere because we're not from anywhere other than America.
Yo, you are. So I got some facts for you. I'm actually gonna find out like where the majority of people are being sent. You know what I'm saying? But I got a quick fun fact for you. So in 2023, the United States deported approximately 1.1 million people, according to the USA Facts. This number includes both deportations and expulsions related to the COVID-19 pandemic. From 2009 to 2016, under President Obama, about 3.2 million people were deported. The Trump administration claims to have deported around 140,000 people by April 2025.
Yeah,
Yeah, so 3.2 million under Obama from 2009 to 2016, and then
but
so
that
far
was
140,000 under Trump in 2025.
yeah, it's all it's that it's all what's it? But those in with Obama in Obama's case, those are all immigrants, legalized immigrants. Trump is deporting U.S. citizens, even though he's been Spanish. You know what I'm saying? But that's just like a beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, well, we just deported a Spanish nigga who's really a citizen, but we deported him on these bases. And guess what? We got away with it. And even though they called us on it, we're standing firm. We're not gonna go get him, and they're not gonna give him back. So that's what he's shot of luck. So now that works, right? What's gonna happen is they're gonna deport a couple more citizens, right? That were citizens, but yet they might be Haitian or Jamaican or Cuban, you know what I'm saying? Puerto Rican, and then send them back or send them to El Salvador. Man, well, we're not sending you back to where you come from. Send you somewhere else. So that way, when it's time to start deporting the melanated man here in America, they'll be justified. Because they can't send us nowhere else. So where did they send us? Oh, El Salvador.
Yeah, I got the facts for you here. So it says deported individuals are being sent to a variety of locations, including countries in Central America, the Caribbean, and Africa. Many migrants are being sent to third countries, often not their country of origin, with the agreements in place for these countries to accept them, specifically El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras in the northern triangle region of Central America are major destinations. And then other destinations include countries like Colombia, Jamaica, and Mexico. Some individuals are also being deported to South Sudan. So there you go.
Wow, can I tell you know what it sounds like to me? And I'm surprised nobody else has seen this. It sounds like modern day slavery.
That's crazy.
That's what it sounds like. It sounds like modern day slavery. A good way to cover it up. Deportees. Yeah, you're deporting, all right. You're putting people in place where you need them. So you gotta send them out to where'd you say Guatemala and all that other shit? What they be doing out there? Mining, gems, resources, right?
Mm-hmm.
What they be doing in Jamaica and all those other places? Training how to fight, raising
Yeah.
armies,
That's
right?
El Salvador, Guatemala, Honduras,
Right.
Colombia, Jamaica, Mexico, and South Sudan.
Wow.
Look at that. Mexico, the cartel. Yeah. Okay. So basically, you're just making a whole bunch of soldiers, slaves, and criminals, and then you're gonna sit there and pretend like you ain't make these people.
So they're basically selling slaves.
Right. They're selling slaves. And then what happens is here's the funniest thing. Those slaves somehow happen to come up, right? And they want to pit war against America. And then America has now a new enemy, a new terrorist to distract the population with that they created. They're gonna say that they created him by setting him out there under the guise of deportation.
Yeah,
Crazy,
that's
yo.
different.
This is how
Crazy.
the web and the game works. These guys are 20 steps ahead. I just see it. That's all. If I hear God talking to me, I talk.
I just saw a modern day Django in my head just now.
Tell me?
I know what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're doing that in most countries now, so they can say that it's justifiable. But that means they're getting paid for this shit, no?
Yeah, of course they get paid.
They get paid off the back
Everybody
end.
get paid.
Yeah. Plus, think about this now. Because America is going to become great again, right? That means we're going to start producing our own shit. We're going to start manufacturing our own things. What's the first thing that we're going to manufacture? Weapons.
Facts.
Because all those people they send out there in the next 10 to 20 years is going to want to fight with America. We're going to need weapons for self-defense, but we're also going to give them weapons overseas so that they can go to war. And we can manufacture them and we can make money off of their deaths and off of their suffering. While we sitting back over here like assholes, making our people slaves to the work of sinning to kill others.
I just had an epiphany. What was that thing we were talking about earlier about like when somebody has an epiphany? What we were-
Oh yeah, we're gonna
This is
look
correct.
a lot of God, y'all.
Yeah, yo, so check it, right? You think about the Vatican and you think about all this stuff, they kind of go by the same things as the Roman Empire times,
Mhm.
right? And they run shit the same way. It's just basically the same exact thing they used to do in the Roman Empire times. When they used to sell slaves, buy slaves, then they make them fight in the arenas and stuff like that. They feed off them like that. Like they're basically going back to that
They
only
never
in
left.
with modern day technology.
Bro, they never left. They just
No,
found new
I'm
ways
just saying,
to.
like, they're finding a way to bring that back in. Pretty soon, before you know it, all the people that's being deported are gonna be soldiers making money and street
Soldiers.
fights
Yo, but that's all these people that are
Yo,
missing
There'll
over
be
time.
there'll be donors,
It's been the same thing.
owners, yeah,
donors for organs,
sacrifices and all this.
sacrifices for blood. All, even
Sold on the black market to be killed on camera for other people to watch and enjoy. Fucking yo, I've seen some really sick people in this world. But when you hear some of the stories that I hear coming out of people's mouths, some of the things people talk about they want to see, I'm like, yo, there's something wrong up here, bro. That's not okay at all, my nigga.
I feel like
I mean, excuse me for
that's
using
how we
the
been trying
word,
to
but
say. You know
yo,
what I'm saying? You gotta
that's
get ready,
deep.
man.
Facts.
Just gotta get ready.
Gotta get ready.
Gotta get ready.
Y'all gotta
man.
get right, man. Get right with the one. I'm telling you right now, yo. Like when everything comes
Get
to
right with both.
fruition,
Get right with both.
Get right with both,
yo,
definitely. But you do gotta get right with the high and mighty too, for
that's
sure.
it. That's it. Because I'm telling you right now, when everything
Almighty.
come together, everything come together, that's all that's gonna matter in the end, bro. So you gotta live with yourself as much as like, yo, we create our own demons. You know what I'm saying? You think this shit that be going on in the news is happening out of coincidence? These people are rich and powerful, right? Quote unquote, rich and powerful. But where does rich and power come from? The devil, right? And what's happening right now? They were on top for a long time, but they're falling one by one. Everything is falling, right? Why does that happen? Because the devil can't offer a purpose. You get what I'm saying? You can be on top for a while, but the system is gonna take you down. You're not designed to be on top. Even the gods in the stories of old crumble.
Facts.
Because those who are really in charge don't tell you they're in charge. They just control you.
They have an agenda. They come up with a blueprint and they stick to that shit. Then they pass it around to all the people in power. They
Exactly.
say, "This is what you following."
It's called
Facts.
Figure it out.
And
I
you,
just said
you
it.
find it on the agenda of the crowds out.
It all goes back to that. All of it goes back to that, yo.
After you're done while watching their playoff games or getting a recap of the games, my man Chris on Blood True Sports Editions.
Yes, sir.
You can come over to the agenda with Razel and catch up on your local hypocrisy that's going on.
Big fact.
And pretty soon, when all that's done, you'll be able to read between the lines and figure out what it all means.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
You're definitely right. Yes, I got
Speaking
that.
of, though, are we going into the last topic?
I would hope so.
Truth is,
Let's go.
speaking of, since you done brought up the games, you know what I'm saying? This is my cast. This is about sports. We're gonna talk a little bit about the politics
Check
in
it
it.
out,
You know what I'm
guys.
saying? So there's personally, I try to get into this one of my episodes. I was talking about betting and how it messed up the games, and I say games because it's happening in everything you could possibly think of that's a sport. And if people notice, the ratings are going down, but people's betting are going up. And you see a lot of things that's mad funny in these games where you're like, that shouldn't have happened. But then you go and look at the spread on the betting sheets and you're like, oh, it makes sense why it happened. For example, the players that sit out when they're projected to make a certain amount of points and they're about to hit them points, they sit out for the rest of the game. It makes no sense to people, and they always complain and they point the finger at the coaches or they point the finger at this person, that person. Then you hear the media, and the media is doing the same thing and making it even worse on the person that's coaching or whatever the case. But then you look at the spread, you're like, it was Vegas the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Facts.
it's messing up the game. Not only that, the politics that's in it is making people look bad, making people lose money, and they figure out ways to manipulate a lot of things. And it's crazy how it's happening in sports right now. So, you know, Razel went through some things last night.
Yo, listen. I'm a gambler, right? I'm a gambler, but
This shit.
I don't bet on sports. I don't. So yesterday, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna buy me a ticket and I'm gonna bet on my Knicks. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I know what my boys do, right? So now I put my legs in, right? Boom. And I bet on my man, Carl Anthony Towns, to hit at least 25 points and at least 4 threes. So I'm watching the game. All my legs hit. I got 5 legs. My last 2 legs is those 2 things. So I'm like, all right, bet. All my legs on hit. I said, now, halftime, Carl Anthony Towns got 20 points already. 20 points. He's the Knicks' second leading scorer on the team. This is a Eastern Championship game. You know what I'm talking about? The finals, yo. And this is a big game because they're already down 1 game to the Pacers. Huge game. They're down in the 4th quarter in this game. Do you know they sat my boy Cat for 20 minutes? For 20 minutes, then in the whole second quarter, the second half, they sat him. How do you sit your second leading scorer down for like all of the 3rd quarter and most of the 4th? Are you fucking serious? He only had 3 fouls. Wasn't foul trouble. He wasn't injured.
Yeah, that's wild. And then you think there's 48 minutes in the game. They usually play high minutes, and he only played 20. What was it?
28 minutes.
28 minutes. So you missed 20 whole minutes of a second half in a crucial game that could send you to the finals. For what reason exactly? I'm just saying.
Right.
It
The
doesn't look
second
right.
leading scorer, bro. Yo, I was so pissed. That little $20 bill, yo. Over hit 2 threes. He had 2 quarters to hit 2 threes. I'm paid $1,200.
Oh, for $20.
I'm $20. I got $1,200.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking good.
And instead you lost 20?
Yeah, so I lost on it,
Ain't that a
Yo,
bit?
yo,
I'm
Golden
sure a
State.
lot of people did because they don't let you set your own bets up. They already have parlays and they have things set up already a certain way, and then you choose like, all right, this is right, that's right, this is right, that's right, over under, whatever the case is.
Yeah.
So they already have it set up. It's not like you can sit there and write your own shit in where you're like, I think this guy's gonna have 20 points and 10 rebounds.
So what
Type
was
it in yourself already there. So Vegas knows the spread.
so I'm curious,
Yeah.
what was the other option other than the one that you chose that got
You
you?
could have went under, right? You could have went cat goes under.
Yeah, I can really can't go under, but
That just doesn't sound right though.
then also, also then you don't win as much. I don't think either. You know what I'm saying? Because they have minus and plus,
But you would have won.
which I don't what.
But the shit is, anybody that knows sports knows Cat is not only going to score 20 points and you know what I'm saying. Everybody's going to bet over.
But they're betting on that.
That's just a bet you're going to do.
But they're betting on that because you see, they know that they put those stats out there, and that's exactly what everybody's gonna bet on. So they're gonna take that shit and find some way to manipulate it so that
That's exactly what we're saying. Vegas did that.
Yeah, I knew.
But now the media, the people that's in media are going to push the logic now too of this coach is not a good coach. What did he do this for? What the da da da? The reality is they all go in, they all in it together.
Yeah,
They know.
bingo.
when
Yeah.
this dude told me this shit, when he told me that they were all in the league together, I really didn't believe all like that, You know what I'm saying? I still don't seem to be switching. Oh, it is on yours, but not on mine. It's weird.
Yeah, it's been weird. I've been pausing my shit.
Yeah, I was doing the same thing. When he told me that, I really didn't believe it, bro. But I see it with my own two eyes, yo. You don't bench your second leading scorer, yo, for 20 minutes in a crucial game two, yo, when you're down. And he's already hot because he already hit 20 and in the first quarter. I mean, the first half. He only hit 2 threes, got 20 points in the first half.
He would have won that game because he was on the pace to get 40 points.
Yeah, yo, are you serious?
Yeah, that's crazy. They can't
Are
do
you
that.
serious?
To lose a crucial game like that and do something that dumb, that was definitely something from the higher up, straight up, because the powers that be anyway. Because there's no way. There's no way, bro. Anybody with logical sense is not going to sit this dude on the bench like that.
Yeah, think about it. A lot of these bills and things that are being passed, and a lot of these things that are happening, behind closed doors, like it requires funding. How do you get your funding?
Man, fuck all that shit. All I know is I'm out of $20 and I'm mad as fuck, yo. You heard me.
And they laughing at you because you put so much emphasis on those $20.
The part is, it's not just Rozelle.
Shouldn't even be worried about the
It was
money.
Rozelle. It was this person, that person, that person, that person.
It ain't the money, bro.
Like it just bang.
It ain't the money, bro. It's the principle that you have to never be so blatant with it, bro. You bench your second leading scorer 20 minutes, bro. That's blatant.
In a crucial game to go to the finals,
He only has 3 fouls.
That's crazy. You already down 1-0.
Can I ask you a question though? Doesn't this go back to the guy sitting on the fence? You can't get mad for sitting about gambling and then get mad when the devil cheats you.
Yo, even if I did place a bet, bro, I'd be heated. If I was a fan, which I am, I still be just mad, bro. What you talking about?
Okay, I'll say it again. I'll say it again. You can't get mad about the devil's workings if you know how the devil operates.
I'm giving the ball is not the devil's workings, bro.
Everything is you think that games are not a part of their deception and their illusions? It's a part of the system of control. It is.
The point is though, it's not supposed to be. Like sports, like if you got a favorite team, they're supposed to go all in.
You guys didn't understand it. It's deeper than that. The games are a distraction. The games are a way to keep you engaged on something while it's literally they designed it just like the stadium games and the coliseums. Like for them, games are ways to distract us.
No, we understand that. We're just saying the sports part of it as a fan. It's just dumb. We trying to go to the finals. Fuck everything else. We trying to go to the finals. Like, you know what I'm saying? As a sports fan, like we understand all the other shit because obviously everybody in this room is intellectual on a different level.
No, I get that.
Talking about just the point of the fact that it's a sport. Like when before betting was what it is today, it wasn't this bad. You would know that this team should win or this team's gonna do this, so they're gonna do everything to win. It was more that's why they say the game has gotten worse now and it's got soft, is because back then it would gamble, but it'd be more casino related. So it's not as much gambling as it is now. Like everybody got an app on their phone now. So now the game is completely different. People aren't as competitive. People are sitting out. Like for example, there was this, I was telling Rozelle about this earlier. This dude Trey Young, he made it like blatantly clear. You know what I'm saying? What the agenda is when he's usually depicted about 28. He dropped like 30. I mean, he do his thing, but he went to the foul line and he was supposed to make. I believe he was supposed to make 12 points. And he was supposed to make a certain amount of free throws or something like that. He had 11 points. He was at the foul line to make his free throw. He specifically missed a free throw badly and turned to the sideline to the fans and said, "Fuck y'all bets." And then he went and sat down on the bench for the rest of the game, so he didn't score again, so that nobody can hit their bet. So it shows that there's a lot of shit going on, and even the players understand this, the coaches understand this, and they must get the spread before the games even start. They must be like, "Oh, these are the bets. This is what's in. We got to make sure we don't go over this, go over that." Stupid, bro. The politics is destroying everything, yo.
All right, but then here's how they do it though. It's like, all right, but to keep them engaged in the illusion, we're gonna make it mad entertaining. So we're gonna live up to these stats to an extent, and then we're gonna drop the bomb on them.
Right, of course.
That's what I'm saying. It's the devil's workings, man. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, of
It's
course.
always been that way. So it's like, why? I say, why invest the energy and the negativity in it all?
It's not always been that way, yo, bro.
I know it's not supposed to be.
It's gonna play,
Your mic might be off, bro. The screen's not on you.
you know, hey, there I am. Okay, so like I was saying, when he goes play ball, when he plays ball, it ain't for the devil. They're playing ball for the fun. You know what I'm saying? The fun of it. You know what I'm saying? The athleticism of it all. You know what I'm saying? That's why they're doing it. Like, hey, let me show you that I could cross you over, make this shot. Let me show you that I could stop. You know what I'm saying? And pop this shot from 30. You know what I'm saying? Let me show you how I can hit this three. It's all about having fun, bro. So when you got a team, bro, you're out there and you're hoping that they out there playing with, you know what I'm saying, competitism and just out there to have fun, bro. You're not looking for them to say, well, I'm gonna sit down because you niggas betted on me, and if I make another point, you know, y'all win. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
In my opinion, when you talk like that, you're not accepting the reality for it is because you just agree with what I said, but you're also rejecting at the same time. And what I'm trying to say is ultimately, if all right, so let's say you were never involved in the sports to begin with, and that like it really didn't matter to you, right? It wouldn't affect you one way or the other because you wouldn't care. So now, what happens if you had that same mentality with everything that's offered to you? You know what I'm saying? Like it will have no control over you. So all I'm saying is that if it's a system of manipulation, whether it's a game, a sport, a war, the news, racism, poverty, capitalism versus fucking it, everything is tied together. All of it works in tandem, and until we realize that we're investing our energies into these things that don't bring us real happiness, because let's keep it real. Since games have been able to get betted on, they've been fixed since the beginning of time. There's always been a way to fix the game, and they're still doing that. And it doesn't matter who's the ones doing it, whether it's the churches doing it for whatever reason, or the government for their own reasons, or just a mobster in the background. At the end of the day, you can't get mad when it specifically says that you shouldn't be gambling. It's a sin.
I ain't never said that.
And
That's not one of the commandments, bro. Stop that.
gambling is a sin, bro.
Where? Where does it say that?
According to your church,
Oh, wait.
religion,
Who's your? That's like the white person saying y'all.
Oh shit!
Who's your? nigga?
because you
I don't know
believe
what
is
who's your church?
you believe in what?
Oh,
You believe in
shit.
Catholicism, yes?
What? Who told you that shit?
We might have
Christian?
a class this session, y'all. But
Where?
final
Correct
topic.
me.
Where's you ever hear me say I'm Christian, bro?
Correct me. Well, what I'm asking.
I am me. I
Okay.
believe in I believe in Roselism.
But you believe in the Bible of who?
I'm gonna sit back and
Because
enjoy
you
this one.
reference the Bible a lot. So I'm trying to figure out who.
I believe in God, and I just reference the Bible because it's one of the reference. There's also the Torah, the Quran, you know, the Emerald tablets.
But
There's
the
all
one
kinds
that,
of reference.
right, but the one that you reference the
But
most,
because
because
you know what, I see as Americans, I understand that one the most. So I use that as references so the people that I'm listening talking to can understand where I'm coming from. I do it in layman's terms.
okay, so then when you agree that the Bible that you use as a reference from pre-stone mouths and everything else state that gambling is a sin?
No, I never heard that ever again, ever. And
I bet.
even if I did hear it, still don't matter. It still don't mean that it's mine. You say yours, like you try to give me a title, bro. You try to hand it
You know
off.
what? You're right. I'm wrong.
Yeah,
You're right. I'm wrong.
I know you're tired. I know you're tired and all that, but
My
yeah,
apologies.
look, I still love you, but don't be trying to give me
I said, you know, you're
give me
right.
their religion.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
They
You're right.
say
You
say
said
they
that's
mine.
like a white person saying
You
y'all.
everything.
You people. That's crazy. You people over
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
That's
He's
crazy.
a your church. You know what I'm saying? What church is that, motherfucker?
The church of the agenda.
You know what
The
I'm saying?
agenda church.
Exactly.
Let's
So
take that together.
that being said, I think we out of here, man. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah, that was a good episode. I hope you
Yeah,
guys
Yeah, for
enjoyed
sure.
yourself.
we out here. We trying to give it to
I had a
you.
great time.
We're fucking it raw, you know?
Tell you what, this shit a little crazy, like looking into a camera. Just a camera. I feel like I'm in a interrogation room or
Exactly.
something. Robot in my face.
Can you see me? Can you see me, robots?
For real. A drone just flying in
It's
front of
gonna
me.
be AI right now.
Facts.
They're gonna be like, they're gonna take him out of the footage somehow.
I hope they
And they're
do.
gonna be like, no, we got you on film robbing the bank.
Oh no.
No, he was sitting right here. What are you talking about?
Oh,
Like,
no.
no, he's not in the footage. They scrubbed it. How they do that?
Big time edit.
Yeah.
Oh,
And me and Chris are gonna be sitting in Puerto Rico on an island. Like,
tomorrow.
where the hell Roselle at?
Exactly.
I might have to go pick something up.
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What we got for you,
That being said, guys,
Yeah. You know what? We might have to go live, Razel.
we might have to go live on the
With that
ride.
something that we're gonna pick up.
Yeah.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
All right. Wow.
Mhm.
Maybe tomorrow morning.
I'm out, guys. I'll talk to you.
Yeah, I'm your moderator / instigator, Roman Christopher. These are my hosts. Geico with the merch, Razel with the truth, Sam. This Ace is so much truth. We out of here.
Yes. We out.
It's your boy Yaiko. Remember, like, subscribe, share, and comment below. This is A6O's Blunt Truth. We out.